Hello everybody, welcome to this video. I hope you're all doing well. I am absolutely thrilled to be doing this because today it's going to be another box set overview video. It's literally just turned up and I couldn't wait. I've ripped it open, I've taken it all in, and now I'm going to share it with you. And it's a box set that if you've pre-ordered it the same day that I did, which was when it was announced, you've waited quite a while for, but I'm sure it's going to be worth it. This is Indicator's release of, I always get this title muddled up, Magic, Myth and Mutilation, the micro-budget cinema of Michael J. Murphy, 1967 to 2015. This is what it looks like. So, bit of background, and I'm going to preface this by saying if you want someone who knows about Michael J. Murphy, this isn't the video for you. I don't know much about him at all. I'm familiar tangentially with a couple of his films at best, but he seems to be the kind of filmmaker that I would really enjoy. So I took the dive and pre-ordered it. So, Michael J. Murphy, British guy, made films between the years stated on this box set, kind of, by the looks of it, range between horror, fantasy, thriller, a couple of dramas in there, and he basically is an unknown director for the most part, as far as I'm aware. A couple of his movies have a sort of very minor cult following, but no, outside of a couple of very, very few and far between mentions in forums and things like that, this is not someone I was or am too familiar with. But Indicator is a company I absolutely adore, and if they give the time to restore and put together this box set, then, do you know something, I am willing to give it a go. So, this video, obviously I haven't had time to watch any of these films yet, so please don't expect reviews of the movies or anything. I'm literally just going to show you what the box set looks like, because I mean, as you can see, it's a beast. I've pulled out, in fact, should have had this prepared, a box set that it kind of reminds me of slightly. This is Norman J. Warren, Bloody Terror. I fucking love this box set. I absolutely love Norman J. Warren's movies. Again, low budget director. I'm led to believe Michael J. Murphy's films are a different level of low budget, but obviously I'll get into that as and when I start to watch them. This is a box set of 5 of Norman J. Warren's films, and this is a box set of 26 Michael J. Murphy films. I in fact believe this is his entire filmography, which is really, really nice. But that there is a sort of size comparison to that. That's just reminded me, in fact, limited edition, limited to 6,000 these are, and I've got number 734, so not a bad number at all. And I don't really see any reason to start to keep messing about, so let's just start. This is what the front of the box looks like. This is from the film Invitation to Hell, I believe, which is one of the more well-known films, I believe, in this set. Speaking of the films, there we are. We've got the titles of them on the top. I will now give them a quick read. Tristan and Isolde, Happy Ever After, Secrets, Almost a Movie, The Cell, Stay, Death in the Family, Invitation to Hell, The Last Night, Quaylen, aka The Hereafter, Bloodstream, which is the one I'm most familiar with, Tristan, aka Legend of a Hero, Death Run, Avalon, Moonchild, Torment, Atlantis, Second Sight, Road to Nowhere, The Rite of Spring, Tristan, Roxy, Scare, ZK3, Necros Isle of the Dead, and The Return of Alan Strange. Are you still here? Yeah, 26 films. This is the biggest box set they've ever released, I believe. And it looks like they've done a fantastic job. So, yes, front artwork is there. The side looks like this. The back, you've got a vague rundown of the special features you can expect to find. And then we've got the spines of the actual things in there. I will quickly take this off and show you it without, because it's very nice either way. I do like that they've kind of accommodated for where the strip goes. On the Norman J. Warren set, they didn't do that. And that was one of the reasons it annoyed me a little bit when it's on the shelf, because you can't see the full title of the box set, but they have accommodated for it on this one, which is nice to see. Again, list of films there. Let's crack on. So, my only minor complaint so far, and I hate watching videos and hearing people say that already, but it's too small. It's massive, but it's too small. It takes some work to get these things out. I'm assuming as they go in and out a bit more frequently, it might get a bit easier. But yeah, I'm confidently holding a £70 box set on its side, and yeah, nothing is happening. So you'll have to bear with me a second while I just try and get everything out. Yeah, it's coming a little bit easier now. Pull these out. Empty box. So I'm going to start with the book. Not least because that is a cracking cover for a book. That is from the film Bloodstream. I think I neglected to mention as well, the reason I'm familiar with Bloodstream is because a channel called Dark Corners Reviews, who do kind of B-movie horror fantasy film reviews, they touched on Bloodstream, and I believe they've done another one of his. Was it Avalon? I think they've done. That is my exposure. That's it. That's all I know. So we've got Magic Myth Mutilation, the micro-budget cinema of Michael J. Murphy, 1967 to 2015. This is the book. It is around 116 pages. A lot of that is cast, crew and credits, but nevertheless, for a man who people seem to know very little about, that is going to be a good starting point. So we open up, we've got, again, I can't really tell you what movies these are from, but we've got a quite grisly scene going on there. And then we've got the contents. So we've got Balsa Wood Babylon, the teenage Tinseltown dreams of one Michael J. Murphy. I'm assuming that is an essay on his kind of childhood and leading up to when he started to make films. Then we've got Pride and Prestige, Michael J. Murphy's Right, Returns and Roads to Somewhere. Then we've got Cheap and Nasty, Michael J. Murphy's Bloodstream. The Lost World of Merlin and the Search for an Outsider Author Filmmaker. The films of Michael J. Murphy, about the presentations, and then indicator credits. So, if you own indicator sets already, you will already have a rough idea of what this looks like. We've got lots of pictures and lots of essays in here giving us insight into the man himself and the films he made. Then we skim along to... Oh, is that a bit of nudity there? We can't have that. Cheap and Nasty, Michael J. Murphy's Bloodstream. And the credits begin... Lost World of Merlin, that's not the one. You can kind of see, they've colour-coded the pages so you can kind of see where it starts. There we are. The films of Michael J. Murphy starts on page 59, and this is where it goes through each film individually. 26 films, obviously, so this takes up a good chunk of the book. Lots of credits, lots of screen grabs, lots of pictures, grisly picture. And as we continue through, near enough to the end of the book, actually, that's quite a good chunk of the book taken up by that. We get the About the Restoration section, and then we get the credits from Indicator in the back. So, thrilled to read that. I absolutely love this sort of stuff and learning about these unknown filmmakers. That will be going straight in my read list. And then we get onto the films themselves, which are contained in 26 films, 10 discs. I wasn't sure how they were going to go about it, but I kind of like what they've done, but I can't think of another box set that's done it similar. It's in 5 full-size Blu-ray boxes, and they are arranged chronologically. Thank God, because I was really panicking thinking, is it going to be arranged by genre? Is it going to be, I don't know, but yeah, thankfully it's arranged by the date of release by the looks of it. A few of these are short films as well. I believe a couple of his early ones seem to be slightly shorter, so that should make it a little bit easier when diving in. But we're going to start obviously with discs 1 and 2, which are housed in here. Excuse the jump cut there. Yes, sorry. So in this first box, we've got Tristan and Isolde, Happy Ever After, Secret, Almost a Movie, The Cell, Stay, Death in the Family, Invitation to Hell, and The Last Night. Quite a lot, so I'm assuming this is where the short films reside for the most part. And in fact, I can pretty much tell you already. Obviously, you've got your special features and everything there. 57, 47 minutes, 88 minutes, 48 minutes, 14 minutes. Yeah, these all tend to be around an hour long with the exception of Secrets, which is slightly longer. That's still a hell of a lot of content though. 1, 2, 3, about 8 hours worth of content, including the special features. It's impressive stuff. Right, so then we open this up. And again, we've got a screen grab from one of the films in there. Discs 1 and 2. I will just quickly take these out to show you what's underneath. It's nothing particularly special on this one, you can't really see what's going on, but I know when I see a film of someone unboxing something, I like to see everything. So, discs 1 and 2 in there. That covered 1967 to 1982, so that's quite a good chunk of his filmmaking life. Then we get the next one. This is where the films start to get longer, so you get less in each box. This is 1983 to 1987. We get Quaylen, aka The Hereafter, as most people seem to know it. Bloodstream, Tristan, aka Legend of a Hero, and Death Run. And yeah, again, these seem to be moving up to feature length. Tristan, Legend of a Hero, interestingly, has its runtime listed as both 109 minutes and 88 minutes, which is a massive difference, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Oh, hang on. I can tell you. 2 presentations of Tristan, the original 109-minute cut, so that's probably going to be the one I would opt for, and Murphy's 88-minute Legend of a Hero re-edit. Ah, right, okay, so it's 2 different edits of the same film. Interesting. And then we go into here. We've got discs 3 and 4. I like how they do the kind of consistent colour coding on all of these, so the discs gradually move through that kind of rainbow thing they have going on, as do the boxes. That's the inside of that one. I might, if you are familiar with my channel, I've done kind of more in-depth looks at the Andy Milligan box set and things like that once I've watched the film, so if you're interested, let me know, because that is going to be a beast of a video to do, 26 films. Then we have the third box, 1988 to 1981. We've got Avalon, Moonchild, Torment, and Atlantis. Inside we have, oh, particularly nasty image of a guy getting his face sliced open. Quickly take these discs out to see what's on the other side. Again, not too much. They've thought this through. They've put the blank side underneath the discs. Clever. That in there. Oops. Then we've got the fourth box. We've got on this one Second Sight, Road to Nowhere, Rite of Spring, and Tristan. And I'm not sure what's on the front there, but it looks interesting. I've got People in a Field for this one. People in a Field. Most of the films, in fact all of them, seem to range between rating 15 and 18, so I'm kind of expecting them. I don't know if anyone else kind of feels like this about certain films, but do you know when a budget gets so low that the effects actually get more effective, like it's sort of nauseatingly nasty effects? I don't know, I've just, from the very, very brief clips I've seen, it looks like the horror films in here get genuinely quite grisly, so I mean, we can hope. We love a grisly horror film. If the front of that box is anything to go by, let's have a look. Hey. And then the last box, we've got 5 films in this one. Yes. Roxy Scare, ZK3, Necros Isle of the Dead, and The Return of Alan Strange. That is this one. Inside this one, we've got a man holding what looks like a brain with a zombie coming up behind him. Quickly pop these out. They look like zombies to me. I'm assuming that's Isle of the Dead because I can see the dead and I can see what looks like an isle, so I'm going to go out on a limb and guess that one. But yes, that is pretty much it. That is about as much as I can give you, because as I say, I know about as much as everybody else on this one. Bear with me while I just quickly put this back together, and actually I do have something else to quickly show off. But yeah, this box set seems to really have people puzzled because, you know, normally when something gets announced, there'll be people saying, oh, I've been waiting for this forever. There'll be people in the comments who seem to know what they're talking about. Not much on this one. A couple of people said that they were Indicator were trying to be cheeky by getting the rights to films that no one wants the rights to and just releasing them, and I'm like, oh, go away. You know, if no one released stuff like this, then we'd be stuck with Alfred Hitchcock, Martin Scorsese and Quentin Tarantino films on Blu-ray, which, as much as they're fantastic directors, we need stuff like this. We need stuff like this to keep us interesting, and to broaden our tastes and horizons, I believe. So yeah, this could go either way. I could absolutely love this like I do with the Norman J. Warren set, or I could hate everything in it. But I don't think that's going to happen. I feel like it's going to be a mixed bag. I'm going to say this off the bat. Knowing the sort of films that are in here, I don't think all of them are going to be to my taste. But, I mean, Jesus, I'm going to give every single one of them a fair swing of the bat, because this is a chunky little box set, and it's well worth it by the looks of it. Well worth it, by the way, meaning, what was the price tag on this? It wasn't any more than 70 quid, I don't think. But I'm going to check that. $69.99. I think that's fantastic value, regardless of what the films are like. You know, someone is always going to like them. This is always going to be made for somebody. And yeah, you really can't complain. 26 films, 70 quid. I'm not going to work that out in my head and show myself up, but decent stuff. I feel like if Indicator wanted to exploit their kind of fan base and their buyers, they'd probably charge more for this, because a lot of other companies probably would. But that's why we love them. They provide high quality releases at, I think, pretty reasonable prices, and no, I don't work for them. That is the box set. The last thing to show is that it comes with some art cards. These don't fit in that box, these came separately, which is a shame because I don't know what to do with these now. So I'm going to just quickly show these off. These, I'm assuming, are like VHS covers or sort of things that were given to video shops, because I don't know if one of his films ever graced the inside of a cinema. I genuinely don't know. But the ones that we've got, I think there's 6 of them in total. We've got Invitation to Hell, which is one of the ones I'm more excited for. The Last Night, which looks like it was on a sort of double bill with Invitation to Hell. We've got Avalon, we've got Moonchild, we've got Torment, and then we've got the one I can't say, Tristan and Isolde. I think that's it. Which looks to be his earliest film. But yeah, I think then we're back to the start. Yeah, Invitation to Hell. That's it. That's it. If you're on the fence about owning this, because as much as 70 quid is good value, if you're on the fence about owning it, don't take this as a recommendation because I haven't seen the films yet. But if it seems like the sort of thing that you would like, I can vouch for the love and care that's gone into making it. I've no doubt that, you know, all the due care and attention is going to be given to each of the films and all of the special features. I've got no doubt in my mind whatsoever about that. So from a physical media standpoint, it is a fantastic release. Film-wise, obviously I can't comment, but let me know if you picked it up. Let me know what you think of any of the films if you've seen them. And yeah, like I said, let me know if you're interested in me coming back and doing a kind of retrospective on it once I've finished them all, because I feel like I could do that, but it's going to take me a hell of a long time. Speaking of a hell of a long time, this video has been going on for too long. I'm just enjoying looking at it and talking about it. Yeah, thank you very much, and I will see you again soon. Bye.